Hello everybody, and welcome back to Musings by Nikki. I am Nikki, and it's been a while. It feels like it's been a long time. It's probably only been a month, which, you know, in the world of me, that can be all kinds of things. So, welcome back. I am here today for to share with you this book that I made, this journal, this traveler's notebook sized book that I made as a design team project for Tracy Fox. And I'll tell you in a second the kits that I have used, but I also want to say that this book is not only just a design team project that I've created, but it will also be a giveaway celebrating 5,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh. Just the other day, I was telling my husband, wow, I'm getting really close to 5,000. And then I checked yesterday and I had gone over. So the first thing I want to do is just say a huge thank you to everyone that has watched my videos, continues to watch my videos, to those who have become friends and supporters and customers and made suggestions for kits and have purchased my books and kept my channel going. I just thank you to the very newest subscriber all the way to the very first and oldest subscribers. I'm pretty sure my first 10 subscribers were all of my family, my husband's accounts, my daughter's accounts, my mom. So just thank you. What an incredible journey junk journaling has been. I know I've said this before and I'll just mention it again. This is not only something that I do as a hobby, as a craft that I enjoy doing, but it is therapeutic. It's my art therapy, but it also has developed such a cool community here of support. And I have met people from all over the world that I never would have known had it not been for the junk journal community. So thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to my friend Tracy Fox, who is a lovely person and took a chance on me a long time ago, being on her design team. And I have thoroughly enjoyed this ride and look forward to continuing it with some fun stuff coming up. And so thank you, Tracy. After I made it onto her design team years ago, that kind of spurred my channel again and my confidence and all kinds of stuff. So I've just really enjoyed this, you guys. Thank you so much for 5,000 subscriptions. I set out to have 100 or 200, and when I hit those benchmarks, thought it was incredible. So thank you. Thank you for going on this journey with me. And thank you for your patience as I've now entered a new chapter in life where I'm working at the school again, so I have a little less time to myself. But I do continue to create, and I have a couple of journals in process. Literally, you can see the corners of my desk here have stuff on them. That's because I have a couple more journals just similar to this in process right now. So I do putz around and stuff, just don't have as much time to make as many videos, but I do have plans too. So I do have plans on some fun stuff coming up. And like I said, a couple more journals, and I will try to make videos as often as I can because I miss this too, and I love chatting with you guys. Okay, enough about that. I will give you information on this being a giveaway to celebrate the 5,000 subscribers. I will give you that information at the end. And let me tell you now about the kits that I have used. So I have used Tracy Fox's Fill in Random Labels. This is one of her newer kits, and I love these labels. You'll see these in here in a couple places. I've also used her entire, I think, green blue hue ephemera. This is an awesome pack, and you'll see this all throughout this book. I've used her Compendium MK2, I believe, papers as the main base papers to this. And then as in one of my last videos, I was making a bunch of tags, collage tags. And in those collage tags, I was using several of Tracy's kits, but one of the main kits that I've been using for ephemera for that is her bumper florals. And so this is another beautiful kit. And she's got bumper butterflies and I think maybe bumper birds. I don't know. These are a little older, but well worth it. They're great kits. The bumper kits are great kits. So those are the main kits. Then sometimes there are just random little bits and pieces, but those are the main bits in here. This is, like I said, roughly a traveler's notebook size book here. I've used a double layer of Tim Holtz paper on the outside. It is a single signature. She's got all kinds of fun floofiness on the edges here and this cool bookmark that says today, and we'll get to that in a second. On the front, I've used a Tim Holtz frame that's metallic, and then there's some stamping on this paper in the back here, and I left it blank so you could write your name or write journal or put an image in there, whatever you wanted to do. It's a tie closure through some eyelets, and on the front I have just put a little ball chain, and it's another Tim Holtz little charm here, and it says own your dreams 928. I love the random numbers on things. Yeah, because 928 somehow symbolizes to own your dreams. So it just unties. Like I said, it's just an eyelet here. And so here she is in all of her fancy fluffy glory. These are just a couple of pieces of baker's twine that are looped through there. And let's take a look. I've done on the inside of cover here some stamping with some Tim Holtz stamps. And then here's one of those fill-in labels. They're awesome. So this one says item collection tickets, but they say random things. You can use them. They very much lend themselves to like field notes or, you know, botanist journals or something. But I also think they're great for, you know, any kind of thing. This is just an open up place to journal, a tag here in this pocket. Then I have used a bunch of different vintage pieces of lace and tape measure and all kinds of stuff. This is like a it must be off of clothing or something, but it's this big, I cut a chunk off to turn it into a pocket here. There's a label up here. This is some of that compendium paper. Oh my gosh, you guys. If you don't own any of the compendium kits, I highly recommend them. And she just came out with a Christmas version of the compendium kits, which I cannot wait to work with. So yeah, anyway, they're great papers. They work with so many themes. This is a piece from the blue-green ephemera kit. These are great because it comes the front and the back, so they come laid out next to each other like this, and you trim around them and then literally fold it over. So here's the folded edge and here's the glued edge, and you just glue them together and you have like you know, it looks like an authentic piece. It's really awesome. Here's just another folded journaling tag. And those fit into this meshy vintage lace pocket thing. I've added an eyelet to that then too. All right. Then I also used some, I had some vintage pieces of fabric measuring tape left over from my needle books on my desk. So I've used some of that for tabs because why not? Oh, I also used some of her random, what are they called? Random pattern papers, I think. I will, as always, when it's a design team project, I'll have all of the links or the kits listed below in the description box. So go there. These are some little labels and stamps that come with that blue-green ephemera kit. There are some little pieces from there around. Here's one of those labels. And then just some wide ribbon here. This is some vintage map, and this is from a German hymnal that my daughter just picked me up. She was on a little vacation with a friend, and they went to an antique store, and she found this German hymnal from 1895 or 1885, I think. It was awesome. You gotta love it when I've got a kid that knows what I love and brings me things. Here's another piece from that blue-green ephemera. It comes, again, you can fold it over and have both sides. And then here's another little piece, and I've backed some of those with pieces. I've either printed pieces of compendium on the back, or I've backed them with pieces of compendium. Those go in this first. This is a vintage map of, it says Mississippi. And then here are a couple of tags that again, you can fold them over and you've got what looks like an authentic tag. And if you glue them real well, you can hardly tell that this is two, you know, separate pieces. I've just added some hole reinforcer to this one. This one comes with a hole reinforcer, and added some ribbon to the top, and those are in this pocket. All right, yeah, got to make sure I'm not skipping pages. I put a lot into this thing. I did some stamping with some Tim Holtz stamps. This is another page from Compendium. I just love the colors, this pretty blue. I've folded it over. So because, you know, this is a full-size kit, but I was trying to shrink it down to make a traveler's notebook size, a couple of the pages I flipped over and created tuck spots. I printed that random pattern paper on the backs of the Compendium pages, and that works really well. Here is a piece from the blue-green ephemera kit, and I've backed it with some tea-stained paper. This is from a very old dictionary, I want to say from the early 1900s. Here's a piece of hand crochet on the edge of what I think was probably a pillowcase. So I've cut it down and used it as a tab here. And then I've done some fancy machine sewing along the edges of things. Here's some pink ribbon, tab, and some lace, some of my lace colored paper or dyed paper that I make. This is from Taperology, I believe. I love this washi. It looks like grid paper. Yeah, I've got it in a couple shades. It's really cool. Some vintage eyelet lace, more Compendium here. And then this, I believe, is a piece from Compendium as well. Here are a couple of those random fill-in labels. Some more of that German hymnal. I said I'm glad I don't speak any German. I'm glad that I know it's a hymnal, because then I know I'm probably not putting out extremely offensive things, because I have no idea what it says. Here's another piece of that ephemera that folds over and becomes its, you know, own piece. And then here I've printed Compendium onto the back of, or backed it, this piece with that. And then this is some Janet Marsh book here. And another pocket that's flipped up, and it's made another pocket here, trimmed with some sewn on ribbon and a little label from the blue-green ephemera. And then here we go again with the really cool pieces from that kit. So you can choose to use them separately. You know, you don't have to do this. Another fun thing would be to make them into envelopes just by only gluing around the edges, and then you could stick, you know, a tag in the end of them or something. There are a lot of ways to use this kit, but I kind of just liked the way that it was going like this, since I had so much other stuff going on in this book. This is an envelope that I made a long time ago. It's player piano paper, and then I beeswaxed it, so it's got a really cool feel to it. And then there's just some cutoffs of my polka dot and lace stained paper sewn into a little notebook that goes into this pocket. And that is also a flip out. There's a label down here and some space that you could post things in there. Then here is the bookmark. So it's just the cutoffs again of making the cover. I had some leftover pieces, so I sewed around, and then I hung the word today on there, because I thought, you know, if you're using this, you put it in where you're journaling today. Look at that, smarty. Some more Compendium, some more of that random pattern paper. This is some like tissue paper that I have 12 by 12s of, like a whole bunch. I don't even remember how I got it, but that's in here. Here is a vellum pocket with a little book stamped on the bottom, and then another piece with some, backed with some of the Compendium papers. This is from the blue-green ephemera. And then here is one of the tags that I was making in that video, where I was using the bumper florals, and then some of her random scripts. And then I've used also some, these I was making out of master boards. This is some vintage lace pieces. So I've included, I think, a couple of those tags out of that making session. Then this is another fold over page. I've got some vintage stamps up here, and then another one of those pieces from Blue Green Ephemera with an eyelet and some string on. I love the way that this page had a measuring tape right in it. It made a great little border for the edge of that page. This is another one of the fill-in labels down here. And I've used some green ribbon, I guess you'd call it. Edging, trim. Trim's the word I'm looking for. I did a little stamping here for some lines. This is some vintage music paper from a piano book. These are some little pieces of matte paper that I used. Another label. Some more of that vintage measuring tape. And some of Joy's polka dot paper. My daughter makes that for me. We've got a couple little circles on the ties in the middle of Sig's signature, and another piece from the Blue Green Ephemera kit sewn on the corner there, and then another one there. Some more pieces of that matte, it's adhesive matte paper. I think I get it at Hobby Lobby. And this one wraps around to this side. And another label. Some more labels, some vintage stamps. That one's from 1967. A lot of sewing in this book. Here's a little pocket that's made out of a black doily. It's been a while. Can you tell? I'm like failing for words. Here are a couple more of those awesome pieces from the Blue Green Hue Ephemera kit. I have just put in some eyelets into them. Also, I apologize that it's dark over here. I just recently did some cleaning in my studio and a little bit of rearranging. It was dusty and it needed some attention. And I moved some lights around and it just feels like it's dark over here. I need to figure out the lighting a little better. I love this page of the random papers. Here's the word create on some fabric, and then on top of this vellum envelope. And a couple more pieces. Here's another one of those great pieces from the ephemera kit. And another tag. Again, you could use this as two separate tags. You wouldn't have to back them. It would definitely work good as two separate tags if you printed them or backed them onto coffee stained paper. Another piece of that, or the other side of that, it's like tissue paper, I guess. I've made another fold over pocket with some lace on there. And then here's another one of those big tags that I was making. See, these are just random pieces of Tracy kits that are, I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what kits they're all from. Mini ephemera, butterfly, fussy cuts that I printed onto vellum. I just have a box full of random Tracy stuff too, but this is definitely bumper florals. Here I've done some stamping with a Tim Holtz stamp. This is some more of that gorgeous compendium. I'm working with those in the books I'm making too now, and I love it. These are a couple pieces, these little ephemera pieces here from the Blue Green Ephemera kit, as are these. This lovely photo, and I've backed it with compendium, and then this lovely advert. And, oh no, that's actually the back of this cabinet card. I've put him in backwards. And then here is another one of those tags that I made, and this one's got some crazy stitching all over it. I've been playing with, I found my, what's it called? My free stitch? No. Oh, I forget what it's called. Anyway, I found the foot that I was looking for that allows me to, you know, sew without having to go in a oh my gosh, I cannot think of what it's called. Anyway, I was playing with that a bit. I need to figure it out a little better, but it's fun. So there's those. In the other side of this Janet Marsh page, some more of Tracy's labels and compendium. Some more of that vintage dictionary. It's actually like an antique dictionary. I love the way older papers feel, don't you? And then here's some more of that lovely pillowcase with hand embroidery on it, or crochet. There's a random little piece of hole punch. Some more compendium. Here is an envelope. I just made a little tab here that's stamped Enjoy, and it's an envelope that opens up with just a piece of paper in there that you could journal on. And then here's another bit of that German hymnal, a vintage stamp, and some of the little bits from her kit. Some more little bits and a vintage stamp. Then here is one more pocket with a couple more pieces from the blue-green ephemera kit. This one I've backed with more of the compendium. And that's the last page of compendium there. And then here is the back page, and there is my maker's mark. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely hope that you go and check out Tracy's shop and her kits. I will have her shop and linked below, and then a list of all of the kits that I've used, or the main kits at least that I've used. I'll have that listed in the description below. And now on to the way that you can win this book. Now, unfortunately, it is open only to the giveaway is only open to people in the US. If you are not from the US, I am sorry, but thank you so much for being a subscriber. But shipping costs and shipping time and, you know, everything has just been greatly impacted. And so for giveaway reasons and everything and rules and the powers that be, this is only open to the US. So what I would love for you to do is like the video. However, you don't have to like it. You do have to be subscribed though, so you need to be a subscriber to the channel, and then you need to put a comment down below. And in the comment, I would love to hear where you're from and how long you've been a subscriber. So if you could put in a comment below where you're from, and it doesn't have to, it can just be the general, like, you know, Minnesota. Or northern Minnesota if you were me. And then how long you've been around. Have you only recently found me, or have you been around since, you know, forever? Are you an OG? Anyway, let me know. And, you know, any other lovely thing that you'd like to say to me or our little community here on my channel. And so this drawing or this video will be open. This drawing will happen a week from today. So today is November 13th. So it will happen the following Sunday. All of this information will again be down in the description box below. So make sure you check that out so that you do get yourself entered if you are here in the US. Again, thank you so much, Tracy, for the wonderful kits. Thank you so much to all of you that are subscribers and have been around and gone on this journey with me and continue to stick around and continue to be supporters. Look for some fun stuff coming up in the month of December from Tracy's awesome design team. And I hope that if you guys are here in the US and celebrating Thanksgiving, we're getting really close, so I hope all of your preparations are going well for that. I will see you in my giveaway drawing video next week before that happens, so I'll wish you happy Thanksgiving then. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for all of your kind words, and just for being a part of my journey and a little part of my world, and thank you for letting me be a little part of yours. It honors me and humbles me, and I appreciate it more than I could probably ever say, and more than definitely this little journal giveaway actually shows. So I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you are healthy. I hope that you're being able to do something creative and be with the ones that you love today. I hope that everything is, you know, going well for you in your little corner of the world. And until I see you guys next time, take care, stay safe, and God bless you. Bye, everybody.